mind is so crazy. Like,
it means that the world is designed and there's levels.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. Relationships have always been a cornerstone of human experience, but the way we form them, maintain, and even end them has evolved dramatically in the modern era. Technology, shifting societal norms, and changing expectations have redefined what it means to be in a relationship. Technology has revolutionized how we meet and interact with potential partners. Though it's made it easier to meet with potential partners, it also poses new challenges. Traditional gender roles have been redefined in modern relationships. Women are increasingly independent, and men are more open to expressing vulnerability. This shift has led to more egalitarian partnerships, where responsibilities like childcare, housework, and financial contribution are shared. Modern relationships often emphasize individuality and personal growth. While this is healthy, it can sometimes create tension when partners struggle to balance their personal goals with the needs of the relationship.
yeah.
You know what you're supposed to know.
What does that mean?
I disagree.
Yeah, I totally disagree with that.
Yeah.
I totally
I know
disagree.
you do.
What does that mean?
Yo,
Say
his
more.
mind
is so crazy. Like,
It means that the world is designed and there's levels in it, right? So we look at the NYCHA niggas, the niggas that's in the NYCHA apartment housing in New York. Like, there's certain sectors of the world that they're not going to allow you to have
I see what you mean. Yeah, I agree
access to. And
Oh, got
as
it.
you progress
Got it.
and as you get the tools to level up, there will always be levels above you that you have no knowledge on at all. You know what you're supposed to know for where you are in that moment of time, for what you make, for all of our past, right? Like, sometime in the morning, I stand on my balcony and I'll stare over at Billionaires Row and just be like,
How? Like, you don't ask yourself how?
Not really the how, right? But it's not for me right now. Like, whatever that is for that point of view, even though it's not far from here, right? Like I've said before, where I live, I could step on the balcony and see Spanish Harlem. From right here, we can see Spanish Harlem. We're probably across from Harlem, right? But the people over there, as close as it is in proximity, it's a different POV.
But Billionaires Row is a lot of generational wealth. Like, that's pretty much all it is.
I don't assume that.
I don't assume that neither.
I don't assume
Not
that.
today.
Not today. There's people out there.
There's too much tech money today, and a lot of them didn't come
True,
from money.
but the majority, I would say
could
that
be.
the
I don't know
majority of the
the numbers.
population of Billionaires Row it's not new money. It is generational wealth.
So,
do you think? Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So when people categorize, they call this right here
the Gold Coast.
the Gold Coast, right? So they say all this is new money. They refer to all of us as new money, like this is new money. And the Edgewater, Fort Lee, Weehawken area, we've been here for 20 years. 15 minutes away from here, niggas didn't know this shit existed.
Yeah.
Literally 15 minutes away from here, people did not know that this shit existed. This used to be my date spot. And people that live 10, 15 minutes from here didn't know it existed.
Rest in peace to the multiplex, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about?
So
used to go.
I think that when Joe,
You
I
little
agree.
fast.
I disagree with Joe when he be like, "Yo, you need," because I think if you don't put information in your brain, you become complacent and you'll never scale up.
Do you think that it's designed for us to be comfortable in whatever situation that we're in?
1,000%.
Yes.
Because it's like you hear the rare story. It's a rarity for someone to say, that's not really rare, but I want to go out and find more information, so I'm going to take the steps by spending my last to find it. If I have to lose this apartment or lose my apartment, and I seen somebody in NYCHA, I want to go out there and find the information. If I have to struggle to find it so I can go to the next level, but a lot of people don't want to take that chance.
I don't think it's designed like that. I think complacent and comfortability is just a human
But
thing.
why won't you think it's designed like that? If you're staying in the project buildings, rent is cheap, you're able to. You get no disrespect to anyone. You're able to get food stamps, and then the money that you make from work or on the side, you pocket it and could fund your lifestyle that you're trying to show the world. That's comfortability. I don't have to do that much. I can stay in here. I'm not willing to learn anything. There's a process on how I'm achieving it, and I'm getting it. So you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I think that growth is uncomfortable. I think people only grow when there's uncomfortability. That's one. So were things designed to keep us in a certain space? Yes. But I don't think that those designs today, a library card is free because you like people give they last. So information is around you free. We got the internet. We look at bitches all day on the gram. We look at our what you call it page?
For you page.
Yeah, all that, the For You page and all of that shit is based on what you spend your time watching. If you start watching financial shit, it's gonna keep feeding you financial shit. That shit is free. A lot of times escaping these traps is free. So I don't think that, maybe it was designed in yesteryear to trap us, yes. But today, I just think motherfuckers be.
But the trap is inside your mind. Like you have to have the wherewithal to seek that information, and also to try to seek different relationships. Like if you're the smartest one in your circle of 5, then you need a new fucking circle.
So me and Joe Joe and Corey stand on total opposites. This is one of our biggest fights. We stand on total opposites. I believe that they believe that people got their foot on your neck. I totally am against that theory, right? I believe that if you want to grow and if you want to succeed, you can. I don't believe that nobody can stop you from becoming Robert Smith.
I hate when you do that.
I do.
I hate when you do that, though.
Because I'm on both sides of that.
One don't negate the other.
Yeah, but I'm on both sides.
If you saying that they stopping you from doing something?
No. See, but that's you misinterpreting what we be saying. We don't be saying people are stopping us from doing something. You never.
They just put certain things in place to protect you from
aware of all of the obstacles that are in place.
Right.
For me versus someone else. They don't say it's impossible. I'm never preaching that message.
What if somebody put an obstacle in front of you and this is your dream, right? If we talk about from the media game, what if it's like you have all the qualifications, the people are interested in you, the person's interested in you to do something, and then somebody who was higher or in the same field that you in put an obstacle in front of you to prevent you from getting that. They just throw a monkey wrench.
What's my course of action?
Your course of action is to either go somewhere else or find another way through it. But what if the obstacle is so? There's a lot of times you hear people in the media game. It's called blackballing and gatekeeping. That is real.
Oh yeah.
That is a real thing. They can stop. Like you right there. You can have the conversation, and this is why they say from a kid, don't share all your information until the deal is signed, or whatever that slogan is. But people put up roadblocks, and then now what do? Do you change your course of action? Do you go into a new field?
I got 2 names. Jay-Z and 50 Cent. 50 Cent got blackballed.
Okay.
The niggas that was blackballing him admitted numerous times, yes, I was blackballing him.
Yes.
Purposefully. 50 Cent is worth a couple $100 million.
Yes.
So either you're going to circumvent the blackball, you're going to keep trying, you're going to go through it, whatever the case may be. But I believe if you got persistence, you can get around.
50 Cent was blackballed, no disrespect, no shout out. 50 Cent was blackballed not by someone in that office.
That's not true. Irv was in those offices.
Yeah, Irv told me that direct.
Yeah,
Irv was in those offices and had their ear. Ja Rule was as hot as fish grease.
Thank you. Is 50 is blackballed in one little corner in one sector.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
The foot on neck theory that we're talking about speaks to systemically abroad.
Yes.
Yeah. Not just one aspect of something.
Cool, but at that particular point in time, that was his world. That was the only world that he knew that he could get.
But he wasn't going to go make TV shows.
He wasn't going to go write a book. Right. Like in 2001, 2002, 2003, this is his world. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the world that I know that could get me out the jungle of Queens, that I could go to put some food on the table for my family.
And that's back to my point. Because that was his world and he was a megastar in his world, he gained an access and was privy to things and people and info and resources and networks that other people are not. And because he's a genius,
post-blackball,
he took that.
That wasn't pre-blackball. He gained that access after he fought through the blackball.
You talking about mixtape 50 before Get Rich comes out. He's trying to get a deal.
That little music blackball is a dot on the piece of paper.
Now.
But he still had to fight through that to become a megastar.
It wasn't a dot then, Joe. That shit was a big ass circle that he was fighting his ass off to get through.
If that's the only world you can see.
True.
I think that he is greater than that and saw more than that. If that's the only world you can see, then yes, that black ball is insurmountable.
But he still had to get through that blackball because he made it in that world. The world where they tried to blackball him in. He didn't go somewhere else.
You got the clue to get to the next clue. We're going to do the escape room. Some of them clues, you'll get to one early. You can't do that until you figured out the other clues that line up to that clue.
We know the story.
Yeah.
The 50 Cent story. M was listening to the mixtape on the airplane.
Yeah.
It just landed in his lap, whatever the case may be. From what I heard, I might be wrong. But dog, again, that's just me keep making mixtapes. I say, yo, these niggas is blackballing me, I'ma quit. I'ma keep doing what I'm doing and doing what I'm doing and doing what I'm doing. I'ma be resilient, I'ma be persistent, I'ma not take no for an answer.
But see, I think that's where.
No.
Go ahead.
Sorry, no, I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead, bro.
You got blackballed from the industry, but then you captured the air of the streets.
So?
Right? So when you capture the air of the streets, the noise from the public, it
overrides.
It overrides it. And on top of that, not include of getting shot 9 times, surviving. Like, it's so many things that happen in that situation that played into his favor.
All are based in persistence and resilience.
But that's what makes to me the systemic stuff so important to acknowledge, because part of it is there's roadblocks. And then part of it is figuring out how to get around those roadblocks. But part of it is if you come up in a system where you're not even given permission to think about those alternatives as real, that's what makes it difficult.
Let's use
just use
that's one of the biggest things.
I'll use myself as an example.
Yeah,
I'll use myself as an example. Then, like, even at this stage in my career or earlier in my career, it was like, get a TV show, host a TV show. And it wasn't until I got lucky and got to a better agency, WME, that they were like, why the fuck do you keep trying to get hired as a TV host? Why don't you make a show? Like, why don't you create a show? But that wasn't something that I even knew was a possibility. So, but in that case, it wouldn't have been a lack of persistence. It wasn't like I was afraid to get a show or I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know it was a thing you could do. But other people are taught from day one, go make your own shit.
True.
You know what I mean? And then I meet people like Joe and stuff, and it's like, oh wait, why the fuck do you need a TV net? Fuck TV, right? Mm-hmm. Like, but there are people who are miles ahead of this, who I don't get to meet because I don't have access to that information.
Yeah, that's true, but I think that's life.
Yeah, but I think it's designed. I think
life for everybody.
But it's organized. It's organized that way, so that some people do know that stuff and other people don't.
Mark, would you say when you got because you was blackballed from television?
Still
right?
am.
Would you say when you got blackballed from television that you had no other choice but to pursue other options?
I already had 4 or 5 other things going. I still sold books. I still spoke on the street. Yeah. But I still can't get on TV. you know what I mean? Like, I still. There's a war in the Middle East, and I'm one of the leading experts on this topic, and I can't get on TV about it.
This is a complete sidebar. I'm sorry, but I really actually wanted to, like, when we were talking about Oscars, you saw what the documentary was. That won. Mm-hmm. So it was a Palestinian and an Israeli director who kind of came together, and they're winning the Oscar for this documentary.
And you know why you all haven't seen it? Because it's not distributed anywhere. It's not on Apple TV. It's not on Amazon. It's not on Netflix.
With all due respect, that's important. I don't want to take away from where Mark was.
He was going somewhere.
Okay, put a pin in that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but I had other ways to go because I was already far enough along. But if that had happened, if that was my entry point into this business, if that had happened in 2005, I wouldn't be doing anything. Y'all wouldn't know me.
You might not have recovered.
I'd be teaching public school, which is a great thing.
That depends on the person, though, bro. Because sometimes people get that roadblock in front of them and say, "Yo, I'm determined. I'm gonna make this regardless." All right, cool. Y'all not letting me get in over here. I'm gonna make y'all want me in over here.
This is the only thing I say in response. Yes, that's true. I just don't want. I think the danger of that approach is just that it means that anybody who doesn't get where 50 gets, or anybody who doesn't get to this other place, we see it as a lack of determination or a failure to persist. And that's my only problem with that. And we don't look to the system that makes that impossible for most. 50 Cent is a genius. Like, I don't look at every blind Southern Jim Crow Negro and be like, why don't you be Ray Charles, right? Like, even if you're decent at the piano, like, you have to be so extraordinary to get past some of this stuff. And I don't look at everybody who didn't, like, why the fuck you ain't just do a Ray Charles?
It's almost like the idea that if you don't reach the pinnacle of success as a black person, then you failed.
Right.
Like, that's all we have. It's either or. And it's like, I agree with you.
Because you have to be such a giant.
It's a dangerous sentiment.
To clear it,
Right.
Perseverance comes with, like, and it's going to sound crazy, you end up draining yourself out in the long run, right? So while we're talking about this, and it's good to be, to go out and get it, because I agree with Ish. No one can stop anything. I'm going to go get it. But when you sit down with yourself and you have to analyze that, it's causing a wear and tear on you mentally
Absolutely.
and physically,
Emotionally.
'Cause emotionally, now you're trying to question things. Why is it like that? What did I do wrong? What can I do better? So, yeah, it's good to persevere, but sometimes you have to take a chance, and that's it. And I'll leave it at that for me.
Oh. Don't end it when I'm about to pull up a song to clown you.
Nah, you can't do that.
I'm about to say. Y'all kept going, being motivational. I was going to pull up a song.
Can't do that.
That was fire.
Yeah, I got
that was
you
fire.
beat. I appreciate that.
That was
we appreciate it. Teamwork.
absolutely fire.